easy try, and Flowers was there.
Number 30 is Lawrence Butler. 40 is Earl Evans. Evans puts a good move on Larry Bird. It's tapped up and in.
I believe that was Reggie King.
You will see a tremendous muscle man in King, even though he's 6'6". Pass goes inside and a foul called underneath. Going into the basket there was number 53, Reggie King.
Well, he is really a moose, Reggie King. So strong.
I saw Reggie King against Michigan last season. He is 6'6", and he was a one-man gang underneath against a lot of taller people. The personal foul is on Earl Evans.
Reggie looked impressive yesterday in practice here at the Convention Center.
Averaged over 22 points a game for the Crimson Tide. 4-2, the East Stars lead. Moncrief. 6'4" guard is Moncrief. Butler to the top of the crease, and it's off the glass, controlled inside by Demick, who goes up with the shot. Bird in the corner. The East is in the red or dark uniforms, the West in white. Opening moments here. Here's Bird with his first shot.
He can do it all. They can talk about this man not having speed, but I'll tell you one thing, he's quick. And that's more important. When you get the first step, and he's got it on you, you're going to be beaten.
The nation's leading scorer, Butler, misses, but he's called for traveling. And the turnover gives the ball to the East squad. Coached by Bill Foster, head coach at Duke. He had him into the NCAA finals last year against Kentucky. Inside, Bird had it and lost it. A little bit over anxious, and the West picks it up. Calvin Nat. Butler, and he loses it. Suddenly, Bradley just took it out of his hands. They go to King. Inside move. And it should be East ball, and it is. The score is 6-2 in favor of the East. Just a couple of minutes gone by in this first half.
The East looks stronger off the boards, namely because of Bird and Reggie King, and Flowers, of course, got the first basket game on a tip-in.
Bird trying to set a pick for someone. He turns around with a baseline corner shot. Bad shot for Bird. He was defended well. Here comes Butler. Moncrief. Almost a steal out there, and here is Butler's shot inside. Good.
He's only 6'3", but he averaged 30.1 at Idaho State. Butler gets a nice shoot there.
You know, he hit in double figures 51 straight games for Idaho State in the Big Sky Conference. Flowers gave up the dribble. Bird. No one underneath. King takes it inside. Short, picked off, and just taken out of his hands by Flowers. He just grabbed the ball out and converted.
He's been the outstanding player here in the first couple of minutes. That's the second offensive rebound basket for Bruce Flowers from Notre Dame at 6'9".
8-4. The East leading. Moncrief outside him. They get Calvin Nat from Northeast Louisiana. We said he was one of the best defensive players here, but he also scored at 24 points a game.
He's playing Reggie King, and that's a pretty good muscular matchup.
Good fake by Bird, but he's got to dish it off. Miss outside by King. Flowers goes up and gets the foul. Foul is on Larry Demick of Arizona. That is his first personal foul.
And again, it's Flowers off the board. You got to block out, and the West team has been letting the East get to the board. We have a timeout, Dick.
Timeout is called. 16 minutes and 55 seconds to go.
David Greenwood.
And Bruce Flowers is shooting 2 shots now for the East team, and he hits the first. Don't forget, we're going to have more of the Pete Rose Roast with Don Rickles, Larry Boa, Phyllis Diller, and Sparky Anderson coming up at halftime, so don't go away. Flowers misses the second shot. Loose ball. Bird has it. He'll take the shot, but a foul from behind. Bird is fouled from behind.
That'll be Earl Evans coming over his back, Dick. Good move. Bird faked the shot. Spun around. He should have taken it quickly, but he elected to hold on for a moment. We look again. Flowers bumped it away. Here's where Bird had a shot, right there. He had his back turned. Now he leans in. Evans comes over his back for the foul, and Bird will have 2 free throws.
He never saw Evans, who commits his second personal foul, and Bird flicks. Not only is Bird a great shooter, is judged by his scoring average, nearly 30 points a game, but he may be the best passing big man since Bill Walton, and that's the man he admires more than any other pro.
I think he's the best passing big man I've ever seen for a college player. Unbelievable.
16:45 to go in the first half. A 5-point lead for the East Stars, and a steal, and a fine play by Dudley Bradley. Going into Garland, who lays it up, blocked inside, and a great play by Demick, the Arizona center, who just rejected the shot by Garland. Going baseline now is Evans. And we have a foul called by Gary Muncy from the Big Ten.
Here was the play down court. It was Moncrief that got a hand on that block a moment ago. But he can get up, and that's why he's one of the great basketball players. I would say second to Bird in this game would be Sidney Moncrief as the most outstanding player looking at a long-range plan.
Moncrief, turn around by Earl Evans. And Earl Evans scores to cut the lead 11-8 now. Garland from DePaul. Quick shot in the corner from Larry Bird, in and out. Here's the big pass coming in to Evans again.
Took all the dust out of there. And they love it in Las Vegas. Their local hero. Boy, he jammed that one with both hands.
Garland to the outside. Flowers. And here is Gary Garland, who banks it off the glass. Flowers took too many steps, and he's called for traveling.
Good job on the boards again, however. Here's that play of Earl Evans a moment ago. Watch him go up, control it with both hands, and the easiest way to put it down is slam it home.
He wants to show these pro coaches what he can do for that draft. Here is the leading scorer in the country, Lawrence Butler, and did he hang up there as he let go of that jumper?
He was falling back in the third row of the seats when he drilled that one.
So the West has taken a lead now, 12-11. A pass by Bird is off the hands of Larry Demick, taken down by Butler, trying to penetrate. He does. Goaltending is called inside as Butler carried it all the way inside.
Dudley Bradley knocked that one down. That's a good call. And a smart play by the little guard. Abe Lemons, the West Coast from Texas. He looks on.
6 points now for Butler. 3-point lead for the West. They're the underdogs here. Flowers is wide open, but he's short. And taken down inside.
He must not get many shots at Notre Dame. He's getting a bunch of them here today as an all-star game.
Well, he came off the bench and was used as a shooter coming off the bench for Digger Phelps. We have a foul here. A bit over-aggressive is Dudley Bradley. Gary Garland ahead of the field, lays it up and in. And it is now 14-13, and the press is on. And the ball taken still now by Nat. He's looking for help. He finds it with Butler. Butler pulls up and makes a pass off the hands and out of bounds. That pass was intended for Larry Demick.
He made a good move. Demick, he was moving to the basket, but Butler threw it behind him. He would have had an easy dunk shot.
Demick's got to go in. You can't wait at that baseline.
The Bird.
Larry Bird now has 6 points, and it is now 15-14. The East leads by 1.
I don't know that Paul Hornig looked 27 years old. Who's this? Look at him go.
Harland ahead of the field again. And I'll tell you, the West is not getting back on defense, and they've been burned almost twice in a row now. And the East has regained a lead, 17-14. Lawrence Butler from Idaho State. A pick inside, going up without the ball. Bird feeds it out now, and it's that man Garland again.
All the way for the layup. Now there's a great play. Most people would have picked it off. There's an interception.
Steal, Reggie King. And now Abe Lemons has seen enough. He wants to talk it over as the West is not...
That game last night, Phoenix over Seattle in overtime.
Seattle trying to stay ahead of Phoenix and catch Washington as they wind down to the second season. And we have some new people in there on both sides, which is part of the rules of the game.
That was Cheese Johnson who put that shot up.
All right, we'll tell you who's in there. This is the Galis from Seton Hall, and a shot taken by Jeff Trope of Central Michigan, number 51. So let's check and see who's in the ball game now, and we have new people most of the way. This is McKeskey, 54, and he makes a pass that goes through the hands of Larry Demick. We have 3 new players in for the West Stars. Cheese Johnson, number 50, is in. Paul McKeskey, 54. And now we have Ali Matson Jr., number 52. What bloodlines he has. His father, of course, an NFL Hall of Famer Jim Krivak's number 10, the fellow you talked about earlier, is one of the dark horse people using this as a showcase. You're looking right now at Galis, number 15 from Seton Hall. Out to number 21, Terry Durod of Detroit. Galis to Durod. Good outside shooter is Durod of Detroit. It's over the back, and he turned it over to the West. The score, 23-14. The East has moved ahead. Biggest margin, 9 points right now.
Paul McKeskey is the biggest player in the game. He's 7-1 from Kansas. He averaged 14 a game.
And there's an off-balance shot cutting across the lane for the Vinnie Johnson of Brooklyn, New York, who they like very much. He's out of Baylor. Bill Foster off the bench, the coach of the East team. Wiley Peck commits the foul. He also is in the game. He's from Mississippi State. But Galis talks to the coach. Let's take a look now at Vinnie Johnson out of Baylor, averaged 25 points a game.
He can put it up, and he'll take those shots around that free throw area, the jump shot. I had dinner the other night with Wiley. And we
Did you pay?
No. I got me for the cab for $2, and the tab was $200. Wiley didn't get it either, but he is a likable young man, Wiley Peck. I said, you come a long way, baby, from Mississippi to Vegas. He's having a great time, and he's going to be a good player.
Off the hands, out of bounds, Tim Joyce out of Ohio University lost the ball. So we have Krivak's number 10 out of Texas, who has a pretty good outside shot, and Vinnie Johnson of Baylor, number 20, moving in, and Keys Johnson from Wichita State misses. And the rebound taken down by Wiley Peck of Mississippi State. Boy, he and Reggie Keys have great battles in the Southeast Conference.
Here's a kid that can score. Galis averaged 27 out of Seton Hall.
That's called on Wiley Peck. Turns it over to the West. 23-16, the East leads. We have 12 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first half. Dick Stockton along with Rod Hundley and Ted Owens, our man in the stands here in Las Vegas on the CBS Sports Spectacular this afternoon. Johnson defended well. He's a trap. Gets it inside, and the shot inside is missed by Ollie Matson. They turn it over now. Galis flips it. Blocked. Joyce is the fella who had his shot blocked by McKeskey, and I tell you, he moves pretty well for a big guy, doesn't he?
Awfully well. Here's a good move. McKeskey 7-1, easily got the shot, blocked it down and out of bounds. The play was set up again, however, by Wiley Peck's defensive rebounding. Second time in a row, he's pulled her down and got the breaks moving.
Trope inside. Wiley Peck banks it in. Wiley Peck from Mississippi State. 25-16. Now, the rule here at the Pizza Hut basketball tournament is that every player must make 2 appearances in each half. That's the rule. They've got to be in the ball game at least twice in each half. It is 6 personal fouls, not 5 as they have in college play. Otherwise, it's the same as the colleges. 17 fouls, you go to the 1-and-1, 20-minute halves, and so on. They cannot play a zone defense. It's a man-to-man must.
That's like the NBA. I wish they had this rule when I was playing that you had to play twice in each half. I might have gotten in a game.
Garland committed that last foul. Vinnie Johnson puts the shot up. Good defense by Durod, and good second effort by Vinnie Johnson, who is one of the best pro prospects at the guard position, and it's now 25-18 in favor of the East.
And at only 6'2" at a guard, that time he went in and followed the offensive board. Pretty muscular for a backcourt man.
Durod was open. He goes into the crowd to take a shot. It's missed, but stuffed through by Wiley Peck.
You know that was Wiley. After he dunked it through, he knocked 3 guys out of the way to come charging back down court to signify that I got that hoop.
McKeskey can't go anywhere. Stolen by Wiley Peck. He's looked very good thus far. A lot of poise. He's 6'8", 225, averaged 14 at Mississippi State.
He keeps going. I'm going to go back to Caesars with him, and he can pick up the check.
Nick Galis, 3rd leading scorer, number 15 in the nation. He's got the ball now. Prevex is on him. Peck is fouled. The basket will count. That is just pure strength, and he made the shot over Ollie Matson.
He leaned into him to force the contact. He played center at Mississippi State. We'll watch him go inside, low left. Turn, lean in, force the contact, and with a gentle push, he put it off the glass and got the bucket. It counts. He'll look for the 3-point play.
That's 6 points now for Wiley Peck, who did not start this game. Free throw is missed, and it's 29-18, 11-point lead for the East. We're just about halfway through this first half here in Las Vegas. Keep in mind, we have more of the Pete Rose Roast coming up at halftime on the CBS Sports Spectacular. And a fall-away shot. Not the prettiest, but it worked for Lindbergh Cheese Johnson, who's also a New York native.
You see that smile after he hit that shot?
He said cheese.
All the way.
Coming back to baseline for Jeff Trope of Central Michigan. He had an Achilles tendon injury, and he was slow coming back. Paul McKeskey, boy, you know, you want to get away from McKeskey when he's going to the hoop.
He could go bear hunting with a switch. He's that big.
Unless you've got your hospitalizations paid off. 31-22, the East lead. Under 10 minutes to go. All right, that was a bad shot by Peck. The first wrong thing he's done in this game. He's entitled.
He was cut off by Matson.
All right. Going right inside. Cheese Johnson. They left the lane open, and he took advantage of it to cut the shot up by Joyce, who's missed, and it goes out of bounds, taken over by the West. 31-24. Larry Bird has 6 points. He and Wiley Peck are the scoring leaders for the East.
Okay,
And Lawrence Butler is the leading scorer for the West with 6 points. Vinnie Johnson.
West has had 8 turnovers. The East was 6.
So that's kind of even. Johnson likes to get the arms and legs flailing when he goes up for his shot. Going up again. Matson, McKeskey tried to tip it, and now we have a whistle in the backcourt.
My boy Wiley Peck was in there smacking down everybody. He was swinging at that ball, trying to knock it down. Did a good job of intimidation. There's Big Wiley up high. Watch him go after it. It's like a batter trying to hit a curveball. And as Bird came down with the ball, there was a foul, so it'll be East basketball. That's Nick Galis.
Vinnie Johnson committed the foul. Durod trying to lose Johnson. He can, and it's foul by Johnson, but I'll tell you, he hung with him. Even though he committed the foul, Rod, Johnson did not go with the fake, and a good move by Durod outside.
I thought he made a good block. But look, here's the ball in the air. He knocked it down, but apparently his momentum carried him into Durod for the foul. So Terry Durod will have 2 free throws. The foul to Vinnie Johnson.
Foul is on Johnson, and Durod taking 2 Krivaks. Number 10 in the backcourt with Vinnie Johnson, number 20, Cheese Johnson, number 50, Paul McKeskey, 54, and Ollie Matson Jr., 52 in the white-shirted West team. Terry Durod with an arcing free throw is good, and it's now 33-24, 9-point lead for the East with under 9 minutes to go.
First unusual to see a young man shoot a free throw with that high an arc, like a rainbow shot.
Well, all of a sudden we're getting a flurry of calls. This one by Booker Turner of the Pac-8. And the foul is called by Galis against Galis of Seton Hall. Third top scorer in the country. That is his 2nd personal foul. And Ollie Matson Jr., who has some football experience, as you might expect. A tight end, they think he could be made. And it's deflected away.
He played at Pepperdine College in Los Angeles. That's Ollie Matson.
That's Pac-10, not Pac-8. Let's not slight Arizona and Arizona State. Wiley Peck misses the bank shot. And here comes Vinnie Johnson. A 3-on-3 inside. Cheese Johnson has it. Cheese Johnson from Wichita State.
Hey, protected that ball well. He went up with both hands from the left side and then softly put it down.
Coming back, Tim Joyce of Ohio. Inside, deflected away by Matson. Krivaks has it. He has Johnson on his right. He pulls up with a one-hander. Trope loses it to Krivaks. Vinnie Johnson, one-hand shot, put in by Cheese Johnson of Wichita State. And persistent, resilient work by the West team cuts it now to 33-28.
Resilient. I like that. Good word there, Dick.
You could use it, too.
Thank you.
We have a foul inside. 8 points, by the way, for Cheese Johnson.
What was odd by Las Vegas? He said, I don't know. Well, you shortly are going to have a lot, big guy.
A lot of these guys will. 6-point lead for the East. Tim Joyce out of Ohio U averaged 22 points a game, makes the 2nd. And now back in the game is Reggie King. Going out is Joyce. So King is back in now. 6'6", but can he handle himself inside for Bama?
Very likable young man, Reggie King. And he has a muscular body, pro style. Could be a good one.
Calvin Nat brings it across. West is in white, East in the dark uniform. Trying for the steal was Dudley Bradley. And a little bit hard off the boards for Moncrief. But the basket is put in there by Larry Demick out of Arizona, also back in the game. Reggie King playing high post. Bird. Good fake. Dudley Bradley with a bank too far inside. They battle.
That's a tough shot, Dudley Bradley. I like to refer to that as a leap and leaner. He's leaning in, momentum carrying him forward, and on the rebound play, Reggie King came right over the back of Larry Demick to get the foul.
Reggie King committed the foul, his third personal. That is the 16th foul. One more, and then they're going to shoot the penalty. So King has 3, 35-30. Close game. The East is in front. Butler with an arcer, in and out. He'll get another chance. He'll take advantage of it, and he scored.
That's a tough shot. He had Larry Bird all over him at 6'9", and he got that shot away and made it, and a foul on the play.
And look how fast he came from that baseline out to the top of the key. He knew where that ball was going to go.
He wanted his own rebound as we look again. Here's Bird going right up with it. Perfect release, backspin on the ball, and nothing but the bottom of the net. Fine hustle.
Foul was on King. That is his second foul. Second foul on King.
We're going to the line.
Demick takes the first shot and misses. So they're into the bonus situation now with 1-1, and Demick makes the first. He played very well in Pac-10 play this year, especially against UCLA. I saw him 2 years ago at Pauley Pavilion.
He averaged 19 points a game this year on a strong man off the boards.
Well, now the West has come back. 35-34, the East by 1. 6 points for Demick. King arcs it, alley-oop, but fouled is Larry Bird, and he was fouled by number 40, Earl Evans.
He would have had a basket on this play if he hadn't been knocked off balance. Perfect pass right here. He would have put it in, but Demick, brother Evans bumped him, so Bird will go to the line. We are in the penalty.
So Bird has 6 points, and the foul was on Evans, as you said. That's 3 personal fouls for him. Both sides in the penalty now with 6:56 remaining in the first half. Bird hits the first shot. Don't forget next week on the CBS Sports Spectacular, Minnesota Fats in the Money Players Shootout against Allen Hopkins. Also, yeah, well, I'll tell you something. Hopkins doesn't talk much. He's quiet. But that's okay, because Fats talks enough for 2 guys. That's next week on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Players hit the deck, and we have a foul.
There's Bird. He's called for the blocking foul. He tried to shut off the baseline, not the baseline, the sideline, but he put the left leg out, exaggerated the move, and he's called for the blocking foul. And again, we're in the penalty. So Earl Evans will be at the line.
He makes the first. He has 5 points now. And the East that had a big lead at 1 point, 11, and is now cut to 2, 37-35, and now a 1-point margin.
We got a game.
Well, they've had a game. You know, 5 of the 7 games so far in this East-West Classic have been decided by 4 points or less. So they're used to close games. Bird flips it out. Bradley, open was King. He goes in, short. King, again, he's fouled.
Boy, he's muscular, and he fights for that ball. These players against him defensively have a little tendency to back off when they see Reggie make that move towards the basket. He's a very powerful player. We look again. He leaned in, missed it. Now watch him go back up, hustle, get the ball, try to go back up. He was fouled on the play.
Moncrief commits the foul, his first. And King, when you consider he's number 3 all-time in the SEC in scoring and rebound, when you consider all the great Kentucky players, Bailey Howell, Bob Pettit, that's quite a career for Reggie King in Alabama.
Tremendous player. And Southeastern Conference has produced so many, and namely one Pistol beat Maravich out of LSU.
Full court trap. It works. And a feed inside. Dudley Bradley. Goaltending is called. Great pass to Dudley Bradley as the full court trap pressure works.
So Bradley will get credit for the basket. And again, they're going to put the full court pressure on.
41-36 now. Butler gets away from Garland's attempted steal, passes into a crowd, and it's out of bounds. Still going to be West ball. I'll tell you one thing, the East team impresses me as being quicker than the West.
Are you sure? You a coach?
No, I coach some intramural stuff. I saw you against Canisius in the NCAA in 57.
I don't want to hear it.
Inside, Moncrief misses, but waiting out there is Calvin Nat. Moncrief in the corner. Earl Evans tapped up.
Come on, Demick. He's in there battling.
He sure is. All right, coming back the other way is Dudley Bradley.
Those North Carolina boys. They're tough to beat.
As you mentioned, he is known for his defense. He has tremendous court sense. He was the MVP of the Atlantic Coast Conference Tournament. Dudley Bradley in Carolina. The guard's trap. Look at that pass. by Bradley. It is saved in the corner by Garland. And Reggie King will take it to the hoop and not make it.
He 3 times has shot that ball short on that leaning in shot. And he's a little disturbed at himself on the play. Should have had a basket.
Taking our team to the national finals. I have a gentleman, Bill Hodges, who did it in his first year. Bill, what do you do for an encore?
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good question. I think the big thing is to educate our players and our fans that we'll have a different basketball team. We'll have Larry with us. We'll have a bunch of guys that will give everything they've got. As long as they can play up to their God-given ability, then I don't think you can ask more out of anyone.
That's correct, Bill. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Boy, what a dream that was for Bill Hodges to take a team to 1 loss and to the NCAA championship game. Earl Evans hits from the corner. You saw a 3-second violation at the other end, and now it's 43-38 in favor of the East. Evans of Nevada, Las Vegas. He has his fans here, has 8 points. Turnover again.
I didn't mean to bump your left arm. I know you just got another vaccination. Where are you going this time?
Needles all over. China, we are going to have the first sports program to go into China. We're going to Peking and Shanghai. A lot of the top college players, many of the people like Carl Nix, who was Larry Bird's teammate at Indiana State, will be a touring basketball team that will go to China.
I want to go.
We are excited about our trip to China, April 21st and April 28th. We will cover other sports as well, Peking, Shanghai, all part of the new look CBS Sports Spectacular.
And we got basketball right here. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Dudley Bradley's second personal foul, and on the line now is Sidney Moncrief.
There's a good basketball player. Very intelligent player, Sidney Moncrief. Out of Arkansas.
And that's his first point of the game. Moncrief, who averaged 22.2, gets his first point of the game, makes it 43-39 the East with under 5 minutes to play in this first half.
He's one of several people that have put Arkansas on a basketball map as well as being a great football school.
Well, you know, that Southwest Conference, Texas, Arkansas come of age. No longer a laughing stock, that conference. Wiley Peck banks it in. Number 41, Wiley Peck. And Peck now has 8 points. He did not start the game. There's the pressure now by Reginald King. Double teamed along with Garland. 45-40 in favor of the East. Dribbling out of trouble is Moncrief. Looking inside. No one there. Evans, number 40. He gives it back to Butler. Butler. Inside. Evans. Larry Bird hits the deck, has the ball, and he's fouled by a West player.
He told me he wouldn't mind playing with Mr. Dave Cowens. His favorite player, Bill Walton.
You know, Bird did go around for a while into a lot of cities saying that I'd like to play in L.A., I'd like to play in New York, I'd like to play in Phoenix.
His reason being, he said, I don't care where I'll play in any one of the NBA cities. You travel all the time and play anyway, so it doesn't make a difference to me where my home base is.
Good point. 10 points now for Larry Bird, 7-point lead for the East. We have 4 minutes to play in the first half. Demick trying to set a screen outside, didn't work. Vinnie Johnson, number 20. And Evans with a long shot. Red shirts underneath, but it's Demick with the rebound inside. Bird was underneath, King was underneath, but Demick put it in.
King got a handle on it coming over the back, but couldn't control it, and then went right to Demick.
Bombs away for Gary Garland of DePaul. 6 points for him. Another defensive specialist who showed a good jump shot.
I understand that DePaul wanted Garland to have that last shot, but they never got it to him, but that lost to Indiana State in the NCAA.
Well, you know, as you see.
At another point, too, Dick, they took that shot late. But I understand that Ray Meyer wanted it as quick as possible, which is the way to play it. A lot of people were second-guessing that move.
Vinnie Johnson scored at the other end for the West. Larry Bird arc shot is off the rim, tipped up and in. And the basket is good. 51-44. Jerry Colangelo of the Phoenix Suns.
He's the general manager. They got a big win last night.
8 points for Gary Garland, who tipped that ball in after Larry Bird missed. Demick all alone. Look at Evans go up high, and he converts. Good effort by Evans.
Great move. Got the offensive rebound, turned to his right, and put the jump hook off the glass softly.
And he has 10 points, as does Larry Bird, in a 51-46 thriller with the East leading. Wiley Peck is clobbered inside by Larry Demick, and Peck will go to the line.
They are so strong, Wiley Peck. Here's Evans.
You should get him because he is so far ahead. He had a 3-stroke lead going into today's third round that you saw on CBS preceding our game. Wiley Peck hits the first. You got some numbers in shooting, don't you?
East hit 18 out of 37 shots, 49%. The West, 19 of 38, 50%. Rebounds, 30 for the East, 29 for the West. Very even game.
9 points for Peck as he misses the second shot. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. McKeskey can't handle it. A bad pass. Nick Galis, number 15 of Seton Hall, passes inside. Good pass to Wiley Peck, and Galis thread the needle there.
Beautiful pass. Interior passing. That's the toughest pass to make, and he penetrated, dumped it off perfectly for the basket.
11 for Peck coming back. A shot by Cheese Johnson, and we'll have a foul against the West. Ollie Matson Jr. Let's see it again.
That's Galis' pass underneath. Watch Wiley muscle it up. But the whole play was made by Galis as he penetrated on the play. The little guard from Seton Hall with the assist.
Second foul on Ollie Matson Jr. So Wiley Peck, who did not start out of Mississippi State, has perhaps been as shining star as anyone on the floor thus far.
You trying to influence my vote?
Well, I know you're going to vote for. You're going to vote for yourself.
That'll be one vote, I guess.
I'll tell you, Rod, as I look at these players, I think the NBA is going to be blessed with a great infusion of rookie talent next year.
There's a lot of great players. You're right, Dick, and not all of them are here.
Larry Bird with a bank shot, misses it. He was hit hard. He's going to have to learn to get hit hard. I'll tell you that in the pros. Here's Vinnie Johnson. Johnson goes up, and Durod fouls. As you look at Foster, Matson, who is an express train going to the hoop. Foul is on Terry Durod.
That wasn't a bad move.
Personal.
Here's Matson. He'll take the pass. Here's Matson, right side, number 52. Tried to sweep it up. The ball was deflected away from him, but he was fouled in the act of shooting. And the son of the former football great Ollie Matson will be at the line.
6'6", 220 points. Still has not broken into the scoring column in the game. 54-46, the East leads. Tim Joyce, number 35, coming into the ball game for the East team, replacing Wiley Peck. Wiley Peck has had a great game so far with 11 points and doing everything, playmaking, rebounding, too.
I'll tell you, Wiley Peck and Reggie King look like linebackers in football.
Well, Matson missed both free throws. Johnson made a good save there, but Larry Bird, Durod, and he scores. A big guy with a pass like that is incredible.
Well, let me tell you, the best thing about that pass was it was with his left hand moving to his left. Behind the back, perfect pass.
They double-team Johnson. They're trapping all over the court. Three-back shot, and grabbing the rim was McKeskey, and that's going to turn it over as the East has opened up a 10 lead here.
There's that pass a moment ago. Behind the back with the left hand, perfect. Right on the money for the layup. And the goal. Here's a look at it again. He gets 2 assists within 5 seconds. What a play.
You got to have Kuzi teach him that in Boston Celtic camp.
We got a technical on my man, Mr. McKeskey, as he grabbed the rim with both hands. So Mr. Larry Bird will shoot the technical. That was Foster, the coach of the East, getting up off the bench.
11 points for Larry Bird. Paul McKeskey, of course, played a different style at Kansas. He played with his back to the basket. He played high post. Hard to judge how a prospect would be when you play under Ted Owens in a deliberate pattern style. Bird, look at that pass by Larry Bird inside to Jeff Trofe of Central Michigan. And it is now 59-46. The East has its biggest lead of the game. And we have a
Worse.
Like as I said, you're one of the worst world golfers in the world. 59-46. The East is in front now with just about a minute to play.
Larry Bird, by the way, in this game has hit only 2 field.
Look at that arm span. In other words, he has the arm span of a 7-footer.
That's why it's easy for him to set school records in rebounding. Reach up and yank it down. You know, Jerry West, 6'3", as a basketball player, he had the arms of a guy like 6'10". And that really helps a basketball player, and it should help Matson.
Help Bob Cousy, Don Chaney, another player with long arms that helped him. All right, under a minute to go. Galis gave it up. Good fake in there by Dudley Bradley, and banks the shot in.
You know, jackknife move there, double pumped it, leaned in, and banked it. That's a tough shot.
The East leading by 13, and the East trapping on defense. Galis picks up the loose ball and lays it in. It is now 63-48. The East rolling away after the West rebounded from an early deficit to come back and take the lead. Matson barrels in against Trofe. Gets the rebound, does Trofe. 25 seconds to go. Pete Rose roasted again at halftime on the CBS Sports Spectacular. And that's Tim Joyce in the corner hitting.
And the West is getting roasted right here in Vegas.
They sure are. 65-48 as you look at the clock wind down in the first half. Johnson leaves it for three backs. Another steal. This is Dudley Bradley again.
Going in there. He got fouled. He thought he would have had the basket. A little upset with himself, and we have only a couple of seconds left in the first half. And the East has really been moving on the break. They're making steals. Out here again. Going right to the basket. Dudley Bradley softly put it up, bumped from behind and threw the shot off as he leaned back and said, please drop. I want that deuce.
Key to this club, the guards have been so quick. They've been trapping the West. All right, Larry Demick, number 42, jumping against Flowers, 55, and it's controlled by Moncrief for the West, number 12 in the backcourt. Abe Levins is the most interesting coach and will eavesdrop into his huddle a good deal in this second half as his club tries to fight back. Butler takes the shot and misses the rebound. Larry Bird. Bird, 45. 23, Dudley Bradley. Nick Galis, 15, is starting. Deflected out of bounds. Going the same way.
When we go into that huddle with Abe Lemons, you have to listen closely. My man is from the South.
Well, so are you. I mean, you're West Virginia. And
I've changed my accent, I'll have you know.
Flowers will inbound it. He finds Bird. Banks it in. Larry Bird, 13 points.
He is as good a bank shooter way out as he is in close. That time about an 18-footer on the left side angle. Bank it right through.
Evans puts it up outside and hits.
Boy, he has played well. Here's the Bird cutting through, taking a pass, turning, facing, squaring his shoulders, and banking a shot through. Perfect execution of a jump shot.
53, Reginald King into the corner to Bird. Double team for the moment. King looks inside, goes to Galis, 15. 23, Dudley Bradley. King is guarded well. Inside by Calvin Knapp. Fight inside. It's tipped up. And finally brought down by Dimick. Here's Butler.
Good little guard. He's played well, Dick.
A lot of these guys like to shoot from outside. They may have to try to work it inside and then set up the outside shot. They missed there. Galis wins the fight. And they call him for traveling. Actually, he had a guy on his back.
Oh, he had Butler all over him. That's not a good call. But it's all-star game. Anything goes here. Galis hustled a little guard. Made a good move.
Dick Stockton, along with Rod Hundley and Ted Owens, our man in the stands. We'll be hearing from Ted throughout the second half. Butler with Galis on him throws up a bad shot. Taken down now by Dudley Bradley. Beating Larry Bird. Pass behind his back, but Bradley and Flowers weren't ready for it.
Actually, Bird should have taken a shot. He relaxed Bradley on the play, and he threw that.
Ted Owens has been our man in the stands, but he just found out he didn't have a ticket, so he's joined us right at the table right now, Ted. And here's Evans putting that shot in at 67-52, a 15-point deficit, 14 points for Evans.
One thing that makes me mad is that Ted Owens got all that camera time. And I'm sitting here, nobody ever brings a camera over here.
Galis goes baseline behind to Bird. Open was King. King had a jumper, but he moved in with it and missed. Flowers to Bird. Spins in and out, and the rebound, Calvin Knapp of Northeast Louisiana. So the West, 17 points down, now trailing by 15, trying to cut it some more. Evans gave up the dribble, inside, turnaround shot, and a beauty by Larry Demick of Arizona, 6'9", 225, averaged nearly 20 a game.
You let him get in that close, he'll just turn and muscle it up on you as he did that play. Nice touch from inside.
Bird gets a close-in shot, and it's knocked out of bounds. And it's West ball. It looked like it was off in Flowers, and so it's 67-54. The West comes back with Butler, number 30, in the backcourt, nation's leading scorer. He has a screen out there by Evans, doesn't use it, and a deflection by King. Bird has it quickly. Out, intended for Galis, and it's Butler. Inside, Calvin Knapp. They call a foul. Larry Bird thought he had the ball.
I did too. Hey, Ted, and you think that was a good block?
I thought it was a good block, and he did a great job of staying on his feet and not taking the pump fake.
He sure did. That surprised me. I thought Bird would probably go up because he's not known to be a defensive player, but he hung in there real tight and made a block on the ball, but apparently got him with a body.
Third foul on Larry Bird, and the free throw by Calvin Knapp is good. 67-55. Tell you, they came back before when they were down by 11 points. The West can do it again.
They're coming back right at this moment.
Got to make those free throws, as Indiana State will tell you in that final, right, Ted?
Yeah, I'll attest to that, and I'm sure Bill Hodges will.
Bird goes in the corner to Galis. He was the third leading scorer in the country. Dumps it off. Good fake by Larry. Gets another shot in there. King. Reginald puts it in. Just too much muscle inside.
A beautiful rebounding by Bird. He has, if you had him, Ted, he'd make you a pretty good coach, wouldn't he?
Oh, he would, Rod. You know, the thing that I admired about Bird in the finals, when he wasn't getting the ball in the basket, that he continued to do the other things. Defense, rebounding, passing.
There's Calvin Natt with a pretty outside shot. 69-57, a 12-point lead. Bird might have forced it a lot in the latter stages of that ball game because he's used to being such a key man on that team, Ted.
Well, I think that's true, and he's a great competitor, and he wanted to win in any way that he could.
Dudley Bradley turns around with a shot. Tell you, he has good court sense. Fine defensive player, and he looks like he can shoot, too.
Well, it does. I watched him shoot yesterday because he's such a fine defender that a lot of people think that his shooting falls short, but I think he's a good, solid shooter.
That's the voice of Ted Owens, the head coach of Kansas University, who has joined us now. Wait a second, Rod. You got to raise your hand.
Come on now. You stop coaching out there and let Ted make those decisions. Jump ball. Come on.
I got a good record. I've never lost a game. Jump ball now. Galis and Butler, and it's going to be controlled by the East. King.
He could pop the air out of that ball. Big hand.
Galis at the top. Larry Bird. Say, Calvin Natt is all over Reggie King. He is playing both ways. Tremendous style today. Galis was defended. He knew he was guarded closely, wanted to draw the foul, and that's precisely what he did. Nick Galis on the feed from Reggie King.
They've never gotten a shot away if he hadn't double pumped. Defensively, he was shut down, but with the second effort, he drew the foul. 81% career from the line. He'll have 2 free throws coming.
You know, there are a lot of great players playing at all levels. I think that Calvin Natt's the best example of that I know.
That's why, Ted, this is such a great showcase for so many players. We all know about the Sidney Moncriefs and the Larry Birds, but what about the Vinnie Johnsons of Baylor that some of the pro scouts may know, but let's see how he plays against some of the other good ones. Calvin Natt and Wiley Peck.
A good example last year, Maurice Cheeks had a great game in this game, went on and with great success with the 76ers.
We talked about that, Ted, in the pregame, and you're absolutely correct. And again, this game, I would have to think Wiley Peck would be in contention for the most valuable player. He's not really gotten on nationally.
Galis hits the free throw, 72-57. We have just under, or a little more than 15 minutes to play in the game. Moncrief, number 12. Outside, Demick trying to find an opening. Knocked away by Galis in a steal, but look at Butler get back on defense. Galis goes up, misses the shot. They try to stuff it through, does Bradley. And now coming back is Evans. And it's deflected off. Dudley Bradley, I'll tell you something, give Butler credit for getting back on the D that quick.
You know, in an all-star game, so many times it's the team that wins that doesn't give up cheap baskets. I think in the first half,
Presently, 6 is trying to climb. Long Beach Grand Prix, as only CBS can do, auto racing at its best. Moncrief scored for the West Stars at the other end. And now they turn the ball over now to the East. The score is 72-59 with 14 and a half minutes to play in the second half. Durod, number 21, is in for the East along with Garland, number 25. He has the ball. Durod likes to fire outside. Evans to Vinnie Johnson, number 20. And a layup by Natt. Johnson didn't have control, Ted.
No, he didn't. But, you know, he's one of the strongest guards I've seen in a long time. He has a beautiful hang time.
Well, Moncrief was up on that board that time, too. I'm impressed with his play. He'll drop back in there and go with a big guy.
Can you believe Brewer, Delp, and Moncrief all on the same team?
That's what brought Arkansas back in basketball. Brewer, of course, is playing great basketball now with Portland as a rookie.
We're going to have a jump ball. Don't forget NBA basketball tomorrow. Los Angeles at Philadelphia, Denver at Washington, and Golden State at Seattle. As we get down to the final days of the regular season, jockeying for playoff position, getting ready for the second season of the NBA. Don't miss it.
Watch old Wiley go up here. Kid can jump for a man 6'8". He's misleading playing a center at Mississippi State. He'll probably have to move to a forward slot as a pro.
And he was against a good jumper in Dimick there. Dimick has been impressive to me. I hadn't heard too much about him during the course of the year, but really came on strong of late.
Jeff Trope, number 51, replaces Larry Bird, who has 13 points in the ball game. 72-61. West still has plenty of time, down by 11. Johnson gets it inside to Evans. Goes to the hoop. Basket, good, and a foul. And they were all over it.
He shot that ball off his hip. It just kind of floated up, disappeared. And the defensive man misjudged his leap. We look again. Turned to his right. Going into the man. One time, popped this one right out of his hand. Just squeezed it up. Two men went up to swat at it, missed it, and went right in, Ted.
And the great first stride really did. The good long stride, quick stride did it for him.
Earl Evans is the leading scorer in the game right now with 16 points. Croft, who just entered the game, committed the foul. 72-63. It's down to 9. They were down by 17 points. Jurod to Trope. Garland fires away. Off the glass.
They're taking those shots too far out. Here
going to the hoop is Evans. Look at that one.
That's Dimick fighting for that board, but he couldn't control it.
That was a critical miss. A critical miss. They're coming back. They closed it to 9. They have an almost certain basket and don't score.
That's where the ball handling counts and trying to get the good percentage shot. But we got a ball game here at 72-63.
The East up.
No zone defense. You got to play man-to-man. Everyone has to be at least twice in each half of the ball game. Turnover. West has a chance to cut it some more. Vinnie Johnson from Brooklyn, who went to Baylor. Into the corner to Calvin Nat. Double team. Under 13 minutes to go. He's in the crowd. Better get rid of it. Inside. Moncrief misses a layup. Demick comes back. And Calvin Nat puts it in. There are so many hands and arms and bodies grasping at the ball, Ted Owens.
But you know, Dick, the good thing about that is in an all-star game, generally they shoot from outside. Now they're taking advantage of their inside strength.
Tim Joyce, number 35, is in the game now for the East team. Wiley Peck puts this up. And it's still going to be East ball.
Calvin Knott just couldn't control the rebound. They had all white shirts. Here's a look a moment ago. Second and third efforts being instrumental here, and that was Knight with the basket from the right side.
Garland's shot, no good. And Trope might have stepped on the line. That's what he did, and so the West has the ball again, down by 7.
He's kind of forcing the issue a little bit. A moment ago, Garland threw one away on a penetrating play when the middle was clogged up. This time they turned it over. They've been taking shots a little bit too far out.
One thing you won't see is the four corner in this game, will you?
No, you won't. The thing that Abe has chosen to stay with his players that are a little bit hot here, and Bill Foster substituted, so it'll be really interesting what happens as soon as they substitute now.
Calvin Nat puts the layup in. He has been a factor in the West come from behind rally, 72-67. Nat has 11 points.
Made a beautiful move without the ball. He took the pass right in stride on a bounce.
Joyce going to the hoop, and a good spin-around move by Tim Joyce of Ohio University. So the East puts some daylight again between them and the West, 74-67. But Ted is right. The substitutions will be a factor coming in. Vinnie Johnson banks it in.
Here's that move a moment ago. Tim Joyce spinning, pirouetting off the glass for the bank shot. And he got the hoop. Former Ohio U style.
Durod looked like he might have forced it, but the arc shot from the baseline clicked, and a 76-69.
From downtown Detroit, he threw that one.
He was the third all-time scorer behind Dave DeBusschere and Spencer Haywood at Detroit, so he can fill the hole. West inside, and Moncrief, that's what we mean about comparing him to David Thompson. He can go outside, he's the quickness of the guard, he can play inside as he did there as Flowers comes in for the East.
You know, the West has come down on 4 straight occasions and gotten inside baskets. I think they're playing better percentage basketball in the East right now.
On that time, Moncrief fouled. He made a good double pump underneath, trying to go up, and they grabbed him by the arm to keep him from dunking the basketball. So he hits the first of 2 free throws.
Only 5 points for Moncrief, but he has made his presence felt elsewhere in this game. Krivacs, the fine guard from Texas, getting set to come in, and he enters the ball game right now.
He can break a game open. Good outside shooter, and the coach Abe Lemons bringing in his own star here, Kreebach.
Going out of the ball game is Moncrief. I think a key man, Ted, for the East team is Dudley Bradley. When he's in there, they seem to be in good shape.
I think you're right. It's his great all-around play that makes the difference.
Gary Garland will put it up on a bank shot. Good. Gary Garland of DePaul. And one thing that's impressed me is that he goes after the shot in case it's missed and knows where it'll be. 78-71. 12 points for Garland. We're approaching the 10-minute mark. Here's Kreebach.
That's right, man. I tell you about it. Could shoot from the outside. High arch rainbow jumper. And he got it right through. 78-73, the East.
Got a Lou Dampier kind of shot from outside. Missing his Flowers. Gets to the rebound. Durod.
Leaping leaner.
Terry Durod of Detroit, who averaged over 23 a game. 7-point lead for the East. Durod with 8 now.
Durod and Garland both shooting that leading in shot.
Oh, there's our
Jimmy
first.
Connors.
Wiley Peck again.
Wiley Peck rejected Evans beautifully here.
Look at this. Everybody, it looked like a Jimmy Connors slam in tennis. What's this reject? Knock it out of there, Wiley. Attaboy.
Bill Foster's countered with fresh troops now.
King and Bird are back in the game for the East team. Larry Bird and Reginald King are just getting too close for comfort now for the East team, leading by 7. Under 10 minutes to go. Durod misses. Vinnie Johnson hustles nicely. Evans, Nat, and it looked like it was deflected off of Kreebach's, and if so, it'll be the East ball, but
there was Bird who got a hand on it. We'll look at it again. Right here, you'll see the pass. Watch Larry Bird right there. Just flicked off his arm. He almost intercepted it.
Kreebach smartly let the ball go by. So the West retains possession, down by 7. And here's Evans from Nevada, Las Vegas, who has 18 points, the game-high scorer.
He is getting rebounds as well as points, and he's brought this West club back.
Durod to Larry Bird, a fake. King goes inside. What a move by Rick.
Oh, he's powerful.
Well, he made that great fake like a quarterback, and he had the man going the other way. Completely fooled the defensive man. He went in for the layup.
Demick, he had Flowers all over him, and Nat goes up, slapped away. Here's Garland for the Eastern Red. Durod banks it in. Now the East moves up 84-75. Another will be back in Las Vegas next week. Minnesota Fats in the Money Players Shootout and Long Beach Grand Prix Celebrity Race and Time Trials next week on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Vinnie Johnson, number 20, out to Kreebach's 10. Galis is in the game, number 15 for the East. So is McKeskey, who you coached at Kansas. We'll talk a little bit about him, Ted.
Well, Paul has great touch in and around the basket area. Ordinarily, in a game like this, you don't go to your inside people very much, but now Bird's covering him inside. He has a lot of size against him.
7-1 against Bird, 6-9.
Dudley Bradley is also back, number 23, and he's been a big man for the East team. Larry Bird hits from outside.
What a touch. Gentle push from out arc, and the old cowhide glove hit home.
15 for Larry Bird, 86-75, so the East is up by 11 again.
Oh, Abe had him in a huddle over there at that timeout. I don't know what he was saying, but not everything was serious, Ted. He wants to win this one.
You bet he does, and as we said earlier, Abe ain't dead yet.
And a foul.
Dudley Bradley has those beautiful quick hands, doesn't he, on defense?
They battled for the loose ball. Reginald King has it. Bradley committed his 3rd foul, by the way.
We better get that ball to front court. Just made it.
All right, the West has McKeskey, Matson, and Cheese Johnson in the lineup with Kreebach. Galis goes in. It drops for him. Galis scores for the East, and it's 88-75, and they open it up again.
And suddenly time is an ally of the East.
7:22 to go. McKeskey's hook shot spins out.
Look at this one. 1-on-1. Going there challenging.
Dudley Bradley inside to Flowers. The basket counts and a foul. The basket is good by Bruce Flowers of Notre Dame.
Well, if that referee made a move, it looks like Sandy Koufax going for a fastball. The basket counted. Nice pass. Larry was almost decapitated as he put it up and in, Ted.
Yeah, he did a great job in getting the three-point play. And Paul did hit down on him.
Who was that? 54. Did you teach us how to defense like that?
I don't know. Must have been our defensive coach.
Flowers with a 3-point play has 7. 15 points for Bird. He's the high scorer for the East. 18 for Evans, the leading scorer for the West. Time remaining 7:10 and a 16-point lead. And the East makes the steal.
I got it.
And Ted, I got to say it again. Dudley Bradley, when he's in the game, though, the East team soars away.
You didn't know that Dick was a coach, did you, Ted?
No, absolutely not.
Ted, am I wrong? Say it.
No, you're exactly right.
We'll let you come back next year, Ted. You don't have to say that.
Larry Bird outside off the glass.
Nice
Foot
pass.
King is there.
That's the pass. Bird threw it right over the glass.
I don't believe that. Neither did the guy who brought the West back, Ted.
When Abe substituted with the other group, they lost that momentum that gained, and now he's making his last shot, I think.
Well, he's supposed to be the best defensive player in this game. He's hitting from outside.
Bird goes out to Dudley Bradley, pulls up with a jump shot, and Dudley Bradley with 10 points in the game. 95-77 East lead.
I think you're going to vote for him for the most.
Fight him now, Bruce. Fight him for possession.
He has played well
Come on,
there.
Larry. Right out, Larry.
Look at Foster.
Right out, penetration.
Oh,
Good
nice.
pass inside.
That was
And the
Moncrief on the pass. Beautiful pass.
The pass it's not usually the shot, it's the pass that sets it up.
You know, the greatest thing that's happened in college basketball this year, it's the year of the passer. The Irvin Johnsons, the Larry Birds, Teddy Moncrief. It's that sharing together of the ball.
There's few of us great passers left. And during my year, it wasn't a year of the passer, it was a year of the scorer. Baylor
That's
and
what I
West.
understand, Rod.
Bruce Flowers has 4 personal fouls, 6 and you're out, not 5 but 6 in this game. Larry Demick hits the free throws, 95-78. You're right, this has got to be Abe Lemon's last stand. Galis has played a lot in the second half and played well for the East.
Hey, Bujel, circle your wagons, baby. We're going down.
We'll jump it up. Look at that. You think there's a lot of beef there?
I'll tell you one thing, all these guys have played pretty hard. They're trying to play the best they can.
You know, I think the biggest change in basketball is you see these guys now working on weights, and you see the Reggie Kings and Calvin Nett. They're unbelievably strong.
Butler misses from the corner. Evans. Stolen by Galis. Lead pass. Dudley Bradley stuffs it through. That name again, Dudley Bradley.
Ah, come on now, Dick. That was an easy one. He just went up, put her down. That's a one-inch shot.
97-78 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the game. Open man was Evans. He'll fire. Moncrief goes high inside, and it's out of bounds, still Westport. Bill Foster talking to Tim Joyce, who'll be going in the game now.
He's in pretty good position right now. They're up 97-78.
Protect inside.
Foster
Inside.
running out.
Inside.
He out inside, and that's where it went.
Larry Demick scores. 17-point lead. That's what it was at halftime for the East. Flowers banks it in.
He's been a dark horse. Daniel Flowers from Notre Dame. He's played well. He's only averaging 9 points for Notre Dame, but he got 4 of the first 6 in this game.
Digger plays so many people at Notre Dame that it's really hard for any single player to have a big average, but they believe in a total team concept.
All right, Flowers over the top committed the foul, and we'll have a substitution. Joyce is in. Let's listen to the coaches from here to the
Wait a minute, Bruce. Let's get the shooter. Get the shooter. Okay. Good job, Reggie. Good job.
Get the shooter. Come on, get it. You got to play that D on the shooter. Step in front of him on this free throw. That's what he wants you to do.
That's exactly what he was saying. And a lot of games are lost on just little things, not blocking the shooter.
After that free throw, that third man on the lane's got to step in front of him.
19-point lead. You saw Moncrief at the line miss. Bradley to Galis. Bird guarded by Evans.
Slightly off with that jumper. He almost shot that one over to the Hilton Hotel.
And he's going to have some big guys in the pros that are going to be his size or bigger with the hands in the face, putting the pressure on him.
I was skeptical of how good that Larry Bird was until the playoffs. Believe me, though, he's such a complete player that he's going to make it fine. He's going to be outstanding.
Well, he's got that drive, and he can pass the ball as well as any big man coming into the game now. As you look at Abe Lemons, he's kind of quiet here.
Abe is reading,
That's crazy.
what has he got there?
Obituary column, I think.
This is Butler hits the shot, so the leading scorer in the country this year has 10 points in the game, and it's 99-82 with about 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Bradley hits the deck, misses. Taken by the West. They need a lot in a hurry. All right, he palmed the ball. Butler palmed it. All right, Gary Garland, number 25, will come in for the East. Krivak's number 10, and number 20 coming in for the West squad, Vinnie Johnson.
Well, Calvin Nats played well, hustling, rebounding game 10, and he goes to the board with authority.
So the fact is, it is not easy to pick the MVP in this game. It is not easy to do that.
No, it isn't. There have been some great performances, but no one has really stuck out that much more than the others.
Larry Bird lays it up and in. 101-82. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. Most of the games have been close in this East-West College All-Star Classic. This one, the East is dominating. Bird, by the way, has 17 points in case you're interested. Nat has a shot deflected by Wiley Peck. Thank you. Gary Garland missed. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be West ball.
One thing I like about Wiley Peck was that in the first half, when the East built their lead, he had 11 points and 5 rebounds.
I think you can make a case for him easily, and many other players too.
In the second half, Larry Bird has hit 3 out of 10 shots from the floor. He was 2 for 7 in the first half.
Krivak's number 10. The West taking their time to set something up. Calvin, good pass inside, but an extra pass unnecessary. And there's a foul.
We've already talked about Dudley Bradley. I think that Wiley Peck has done an extraordinary job. In addition to the fellows we already know a lot about that we've seen in the last few weeks. Sidney Moncrief, Larry Bird.
Calvin Nat.
Calvin Nat, 14 points, misses the free throw. Rod, as we mentioned at the beginning, you played in a lot of all-star games. I know you're impressed with the style of this game, the hard play.
I like that both teams haven't let up the West down, but they keep coming right at them.
Bank shot is good by Demick. And let's not forget Demick. He's been a steady player throughout.
Good rebounder, and he averaged 19 a game at Arizona.
14 in this game.
He's the kind of young man that might grow into a good pro. He's continued to get better all the time during his college career.
Just made a great block on Wiley Peck, and Krivak with the one-hander. Trop gets the rebound. 2:15 to go. Tim Joyce arcs it in. And it's 103-85. And Foster will be a winning coach this afternoon in Las Vegas. Don't forget the final round of the Heritage Golf Tournament, Sea Pines Heritage Golf Classic. Final round tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock Eastern on CBS with Tom Watson with a big 8-stroke lead.
There's a man that might win this Most Valuable Player Award, and that's Earl Evans, right here in Nevada, Las Vegas.
The executive producer of the CBS Sports Spectacular is Eddie Einhorn. Coordinating producer is Ed Gorin. The College All-Star Basketball Classic, produced capably by Bob Stenner and directed by Sandy Grossman. And we'd like to thank everybody who made this telecast possible, all the technicians and all the people especially connected with the East-West College Basketball All-Star Game. And, of course, you, Rod Hundley.
And Bob Stenner and Sandy Grossman, 2 of the all-time greats.
I just said that.
Thank you very much. They need an extra plug. They've been in a truck.
Under 2 minutes to play. McKeskey the rebound. 103-88. Behind the back, errant pass.
Get a stick and kill it. Come on. There's your boy Ted pulling down that board.
But I don't think he can pull a game out. I think it's too late.
You think so? They battle, and it's kept in bounds with 1:25 to go. Don't forget, many of the fine players you've seen today will be performing in the NBA next year. And tomorrow, the NBA on CBS with Los Angeles and Philadelphia, Denver and Washington, and Golden State at Seattle. Check your time and listening.
You know, we asked earlier what Abe was looking at on the bench. I just found out it was his Keno sheet that he was checking.
That was your man again that committed that foul, Ted. Now, you said it was your defensive coach who taught him all those moves.
I'm sure it was.
Trope hits the first shot. 104-88. Gene Bartow is here. He's the coach at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, and he was coaching UCLA when he took the first basketball basketball team into China, and he will take the second one in when the CBS Sports Spectacular goes into China later in April. Vinnie Johnson with a good move to the basket.
He hung a couple of guys out to dry on that play, and then just put it up high on the glass for the basket.
Under 1 minute to play in the game. And Johnson tries and makes the steal. Kreback saves it. But to whom? To Joyce. And they go the other way. So in this ball game for the East squad, Larry Bird has 17 points, the high scorer. Reggie King and Dudley Bradley with 12, and Bruce Flowers has 10. And they have announced that Larry Bird has been named the most valuable player of this East-West College Basketball Classic, and none of us voted for